Damn it.
We are.
Well, go ahead. I'll share while you're talking.
Yeah.
We're live. We're live.
We're live on Facebook. How you doing, everybody? Oh my God! But to both of the people who are tuned in on Facebook, thank you so much for doing that. That is awesome. And if you're listening to this in your car and it's a Friday afternoon, we recorded this a long time ago. It's probably going to be meaningless to you. But please give it a shot, okay? Hang in there with us as we celebrate a little Friday at 4:20 on Funny 820. Thank you so much for being here. It is great to have you. And we're going to jump right in because we got a really special show. I know we've said before shows were special. Okay, we were lying. This one is special. So please, let's get right to our panel. Right away, I want to say hello to my good friend, my close confidant, and almost a neighbor of mine, because we both live in the city of Hamilton, Patrick Coppolino.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno, Patrick. How are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you? I'm just glad we figured this all out.
Whoop.
Oh, Manolis, are you playing it?
Manolis, we can hear that.
I know.
What are you doing?
I can't see the share button, so I just trying to copy the link.
Oh my God! Now we got ourselves feeding back on ourselves.
No.
It's like we're cannibals on the internet now,
dude. I'm a barbarian when it comes to the internet.
Oh
like I have
God.
to do everything backwards. You know.
You are killing it, buddy. Patrick, everything good in your world? Have you won any large poker pots lately?
Small ones. A few small ones.
Few small ones?
Yeah.
Well, not enough to chip in for rent?
Yeah, sure. I just found out my. I thought I had another Serb check coming, but I don't. I just checked. It says 0.
The end of the Serb summer.
But it's perfect timing because Levity Comedy Club and Lounge is reopening.
What?
On the August 21st. It's official. We're opening. The website is live. Tickets are on sale. LevityComedyClub.com.
Anything? I'm just going to let you keep going.
Oh.
You got to get your commercial out of the way.
Yeah, just. I know. I usually wait till the end, but I'm excited now.
Excited. Okay. August 21st. It's going to be a Hamilton All-Star Comedy Night.
Yep.
And yes, please get your tickets. And you can buy tables of four, right? Is how we're selling these tickets.
Yep.
And there'll be all the precautions you'd want will be taken. The comedians will be performing from a sealed plexiglass box. There's absolutely no chance of catching anything from Manolis other than the usual stuff that you can catch from.
I started this whole thing.
Speaking of Manolis, hey, everybody say hello to my good friend Manolis Zontanos.
Ooh, dude, how you doing, brother?
I am killing it, man. I am on fire tonight. I'm hopped up on gin.
Listen, you're probably the smartest guy I know, Mike.
Oh, jeez. Wow.
I know, it's not good.
I feel so bad for you, dude.
You're like, life smart, like not like Patrick, like Patrick's in the internet. I need your brain right now. I painted a couple walls in my basement last night. And, I think paint, it was like old, but it was old paint and there was a hard cover over the paint. So I had to break. Is that bad? I broke it open. What?
Yeah. You shouldn't have used that, man. That hard cover, that's part of the color. That's all been, once it goes hard like that, you can't, I know there's juice underneath, but that juice it's all separated. It's like, no. Oh, no.
Why? What happened?
What have you done?
I painted 2 walls, and the walls are still a little sticky, and it smells bad. It smells like paint down here still. It should be dry now. If I put my hands on the wall, it's a little sticky. I'm smelling it right now. Am I going to die?
No.
What should I Okay, what should I do? Is it going to eventually dry?
It will eventually dry, and then you're going to want to paint over it.
Why?
With actual paint. Because you've used the paint separated. The chemicals that make up the perfect mixture of paint have now separated over time because it's old paint. And so you basically painted your walls with paint thinner.
Okay, so am I is it going to stay sticky forever? Should I just get paint and paint over it now?
Well, the fact that there are walls in your house that are sticky is not a surprise.
Dude, this place reeks right now, dude.
Why did you paint it? Like, why now?
Because there was a speed bag on the wall that been there since my childhood, and it's never been used. So I tore it off the wall, and then behind it was a red square because my basement used to be red. So I'm like, I don't want to look at this red square. So I got some paint from the garage. I started rolling it, and but the paint was so old. And anyways, now I think I have brain damage.
Now he
'Cause,
has
like,
brain damage.
It smells bad down here, dude. I don't know. Like, I don't know. This
Well,
show's
the
literally
fact that
killing me.
the fact that any place that you're at has sticky walls and smells bad doesn't surprise me, Manolis.
If it stops sticking, should I still paint it?
I would consider, but just let it sit. We'll revisit this next time.
It's been a week. I can't wait another week.
Okay. Well, we'll get to that problem, but first it's a special show. We got to get to our special guest.
Sorry.
This is the first person who has ever agreed to be in person and say they are a fan of this show. This is a pretty high watermark for us. Publicly acknowledging in front of all of Facebook land that he's a fan of the show. Please give it up for our new best friend, Jesse Mullins. Jesse, how are you?
I'm great, guys. How's it going?
Excellent. Welcome to Friday at 420.
Thank you. Hello to both the viewers.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Well, Jesse, we would have 3, only you're on the show. So
We have 7 now. We have 7 now.
we have 7.
It's going up.
Oh my God.
Excellent.
Jesse Mullins, tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do for a living? How do you make your dough other than serve?
The wife makes most of the dough.
Nice.
So I deliver pizza, which is a fantastic job because everyone loves the pizza guy, right?
Especially in the movies that Manolis watches, the pizza guy gets tons of action.
I love the pizza guy. Is that true? Is that really
No,
happened?
That's never happened to me. There's been crazy delivery stories all day, every day.
Really?
Share with us a crazy delivery story. Just the one that pops to the top of your mind.
Craziest that's ever happened to me was on a Friday the 13th in a hotel. This big old biker dude with the beard, scary looking dude, right? Takes his pizza and says, "So, you want to watch me and the wife have sex for a bit?" Right? And I have to try and find the best customer service way to say, "Hell no." Okay, I need to get out of here. Right? So I said, "Oh, sorry, we're really busy," and I got to take off. And I was gone.
Were they not attractive?
Or were they
Not
hot?
at all.
Oh, okay. But if they were,
If the chick was super
Probably
hot,
not.
you would've went in. Jesse, I thought you were a fan of this show.
I'm a fan of this show.
Yeah, you should have went in.
If I knew I was going to be on, I would have went in for a better story.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. Fans of the show don't go in, Manolis. People on the show go in.
Yeah, you're right. You're
That's
right.
how that
We all
That's
would have
what
went
we're
in.
for.
Jesse, that's an awesome story, man. And it's funny because totally believable because there are people who want to do that. And you think, where do they find, how do you approach somebody and say, "Would you watch me and my wife have sex?" Well, it turns out that's how they do.
Yeah, now that
They
Craigslist
probably
is
do
down.
it everywhere they go. They order food and they ask whoever brings it. They want to have a little show.
Oh, that is awesome. Jesse Mullins was the very first Patreon donor that we had. And he actually put his money where his mouth is and says, "I want to support Friday at 420. And we can't tell you how much we appreciate that, Jesse. And what we do here every week is, obviously we're having fun and we're having a good time, but hey, this is actual work. It's like you saw us herding. It's like herding cats before the show's even on.
Well, I know these two, Patrick and Manolis, they've been out of work, right? Since there's comedy clubs are shut down. There's nothing to do. And they never got paid for doing this in the first place.
Yeah.
Thank you. So you do listen.
You do listen.
No, I've been listening because I'm delivering pizzas at Friday on 420. So.
Well, we are thrilled that we offered his first Patreon donor was going to get to come on the show. We are so glad it's you, Jesse. You seem like an awesome guy, and we're going to have some fun. So let's play the game because that's really why you're here. I'm going to play. Unfortunately, you can't Plinko. You can see there's the Plinko board. It's back. After last week, it was AWOL. But topic number 5 for Jesse Mullin, our very special guest here on Friday at 420. Jesse, this is your very first topic. Oh, and it's a nasty one, too, right out of the gate. That's cool. If your doctor was here, Jesse, they would tell us your biggest problem is...
I haven't seen my doctor in years. I don't know.
That's the problem?
My biggest problem's getting in to see my doctor. There's like a 2-month wait.
Only 3 questions. They always tell you that too, right, Jesse?
Is I'm 38 now, turning 39 this year. So in a year, I got to go see my doctor for that little special visit, right? So that's going to be my biggest problem with my doctor, for sure.
He's got big hands. Manolis actually allowed them to shoot a TV show about him getting his done, the proctology exam. Right? What did they do?
They literally checked my prostate. They told me how it was going to go, and he put his finger in my butthole. Sorry, well, he didn't put his whole fist in there, but he could have. But so he did the video, and it was very informative of, like, if you really want to know what it's like to get your prostate checked. It was a well done video. They aired it on cable 14, and they gave me a copy of it. My copy was the unedited version, so you can see the side of my butt kind of, and you can see him going in. And I'm thinking, like, they'll delete this off of YouTube for sure. But no, it's because it's medical. They don't, and it's like it's at like 500,000.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's like one of the #1 videos to go to if you want to see what it's going to be like to get your prostate checked. And I'll tell you, man, this doctor had small fingers. And I tell you, man, it felt like it was a brick in there when he did it. It was brutal. But apparently, I was like worried that he was going, like, I thought he was going to do it and go, dude, turn the camera off. I got some bad news. You know? Like, no, but apparently I'm like, it's no. I'm like, he said I have a butthole of a 20-year-old.
Oh, good job.
He did not.
Well, in my brain, that's how I heard it. What I really hated, Mike, you know what I really hated? And I do talk about this. I talk about this on stage. Is after, because like they use lube. Do you know that lube? You know that they use lube, and then afterwards your ass, your bum is all lubey, and he got some tissues and he wiped my bum for me, he wiped me, like you know what I mean? Like, Mike, I don't know, call me crazy, but like if I was gonna check your butthole and I do some lube, and then after, wouldn't I be like, Mike, do you want to take it from here? Use some tissues, you can clean yourself up. I don't go, oh, I'll do it. I'll dry you up back there too. I'll make it personal. That's what he did. Yeah,
that was just for you.
I still wake up in the middle of the night because of that.
That was Manolis's NAM. Jesse, aren't you glad you came on the show? You have that to look forward to.
This is a good one, yeah.
Turning 40 is a blessing. Yeah. Manolis, since we're still with you, if your doctor was here, they would tell us your biggest problem is.
My biggest problem is that they would say, "Why are you still here?" They don't, like, that's what they say. Like, well, they would be like, I don't even know why. Like, we know everything about you. We know about the prostate thing. Why do you even care? Why? Like, I don't care about you. Why do you care? That's like, it's more of a mystery. They want to study my brain to figure out why do I care to still live, and that's the mystery. Okay. That's what my doctor would say. Is that an answer?
That's you know what? That was a classic Manolis answer. That's all that was. Okay. Patrick Coppolino, if your doctor was here, he'd say your biggest problem is.
Say, Patrick, I don't care how many times or how nicely you ask. You're too young to get your prostate checked. Stop asking. I don't know. I'm kind of like Jesse. Like, I don't go nearly as often as I probably should, especially because I'm a hypochondriac. So you'd think I'd go a lot, but I think because of that, also because I'm so afraid that I'm dying every time something's wrong with me, I don't want to go to the doctor because I don't want to find out. But there was maybe a year or two where I was going regularly, and I could tell my doctor was annoyed because I was like requesting like blood tests like all the time.
I just feel icky. I feel icky, Doc.
Yeah, and he's just like, "You're fine." But yeah.
I noticed that you ended up, Patrick, because you are a hypochondriac, you ended up living with a nurse.
Yes.
That seemed like a good call.
It is. It's comforting. Because she tells me all the time, "You're not dying. It's not your heart. You don't have cancer. Relax."
If anybody wants you to die, it's her.
Yes.
I forgot about this, Mike. I had a second lump in my right nut. Like, I thought I had 2 nuts on the right side, and I asked the doctor about it. He felt down there, which was weird, but he had to. But he's like, oh, it's not cancerous. It's a, I forget what he called it. It was a weird name, but it's like the only problem with it is like if you want to have kids, we'd have to like do some sort of surgery and get rid of it. But if not, and I'm like, oh, so I'm like, oh my god, so I have no problem. Is that what you said? And then yeah, so I'm like, I can't. Apparently, I can't get anybody
So
pregnant.
what you have there is a little, it's a little metastasis or something. It's like all the kind of little veins all get knotted up into a little ball there.
You know what I'm talking about?
I
That's
do,
what I
yes.
have.
Do we all have one?
It's
Lots of guys do. Jesse does not.
it's called varicocele.
I don't see no veins, dude.
But it happens to a lot of guys. There's a million little veins running around in there. I'm not surprised yours were overused. So that's what happens.
Twice
All
a
right.
day is not a lot.
Let's Plinko. It's Friday at 4:20. Manolis Zontanos, Patrick Coppolino. Our very special guest, Jesse Mullin, is joining us. Is this the first time you've ever been on the radio, Jesse?
Radio, yes, first time.
First time on the radio. How exciting is that?
It's pretty good.
Yeah. You wait till you're listening to it in the car. You're going to hate it.
Oh, probably.
You're going to be listening to it going, oh, my God. Oh, those guys are idiots. All right. Here we go. Around the table. We'll start with you, Patrick. I want you to name your next child. Right now. Name your next child. What's its name going to be?
Oliver.
Oliver. Ooh, I like that. It's a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially for a girl. Love that. Jesse Mullin, do you have kids?
2.5. Yeah, 2 and a
Two and a
stepson.
half children. Oh,
wow, geez. That was like, what? 2.5 kids. All right, so 2 of your own and then a stepson?
Yes.
Okay, excellent. What are they? What you say? You have a stepson. What are the other 2?
A boy and a girl.
Boy and a girl. How old are your kids running around there?
Stepson's 8, boy is almost 4, and then the little girl's 2.
Wow.
Nice.
You got your hands full, bro.
Every day.
COVID's been like a nightmare, man.
he doesn't even
Yeah.
deliver pizza. He just
He just leaves the
that's just
house.
what she
I gotta go
thinks.
work.
I gotta go.
I gotta go work, hon.
All right. You know what we're going to do, Jesse? We're going to saddle you up with another kid. What's their name going to be?
Atlas.
Manolis.
Atlas is what the wife wants. Atlas.
Atlas.
Yeah.
Like the big book where you look up countries and stuff?
Yeah, or like the Greek dude that
Oh,
holds up
okay.
the- I want to name that kid Abortion. I think that's a great name for my
Oh,
next.
wow. what?
I can't afford it anymore.
Oh,
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Jesse, you're getting me in trouble here, buddy, already.
Sorry.
What are your other 3 children's names?
Charlie, Sterling, and Octavia.
Wow.
Whoa.
We throw an Atlas in there and we are good to go, brother.
Yeah, it would be pretty cool. I don't know what we would do if we ever had another girl, but if we had another boy, it would be Atlas for sure.
Okay. Well, Atlasia or something. Manolis, why are you holding something over your face,
I was
man?
just
You
gonna
fart?
say he thinks he can get
The
coronavirus
fumes.
through the computer.
No, because the paint is like making me faint. I'm not joking. This basement reeks of this old 20-year-old paint that I put on the walls last night,
Oh,
and I'm like it's hurting my brain. So I'm breathing through this.
okay.
Like, what I normally release into.
Yeah, didn't you see him like gather it all together? It was
I
disturbing.
didn't see that.
you saw my system.
Are we? But we are. With this particular handful, we are definitely pre-release, right?
Yeah, we haven't done it yet.
All right. Excellent.
Still a gentleman.
Manolis, what's the name of your next kid?
Atlas. I'm gonna take that away from you, Jesse.
That's
ours
all right.
now.
I don't think our kids are ever gonna meet.
They'll meet. I'll buy a house right next to you. Just so my kid's like, yeah, just so when they get older, Mike is like, by the way, I was the first Atlas.
Stole your name.
And my dad's crazy, he'll say. And I honestly would name, if I had a boy, because I am Greek, and I don't know if do you know about the Greek culture, Mike?
Well, I do know of you.
Well, it's tradition to name your child after your father if you have a boy, after your mother if you have a girl. So
Right.
it's like my dad's name is George. So if I had a boy, I would name my dad George, and if I had a
He would
girl,
name
I'd
his dad George.
my dad. I would name my dad George. I would name my I don't know. I would name my kid George.
So you name them though after the grandparent, not after the father.
Yeah. Well, same thing.
Yeah.
It would be
Because if it was after the father, you'd have a Manolis,
Yeah.
right?
Here's how it works. Okay, so like, my grandfather on my dad's side, is named Petros. Petros is Peter. Okay, so Peter, my brother, is born first, so his name is Peter. So now, then he had a second boy. So now what? Well, there's a second grandfather, and that's on my mom's side, and his name is Manolis, and that's why I'm Manolis.
Oh. So why are none of your nephews named George?
Because my brothers and his wife decided to break my dad's heart.
Was he actually upset about that?
Oh, what do you?
Yeah,
what do you?
especially
think,
because they had two boys. So even at least when the second one came around, he's like, "All right, this one's George."
Yeah,
No.
the first one was my nephew Nathan should be named George, but his name's
His name's
whatever.
nephew.
His name is nephew. His name is Nathan. Too many ends. So
Nathan the nephew.
So yeah, my dad.
Okay.
It took me a month to calm him down.
Jesse Mullin, where did you get the name Jesse? Is that a family name, or is that your parents were just all high on crack? What happened there?
My parents wanted to find a name that could be a boy or a girl, so they didn't have as many decisions to make. And here I am.
And I have a daughter named Jessie, so I know exactly what you mean, brother.
But she has an I in her name, right? I don't.
She does.
Is Jesse Mullin a professional skateboarder? Am I confusing that with someone?
Nope, you're right. There's Jesse Mullin, the skateboarder. There's Chris Mullin, the basketball player. There's a bunch. We're not related.
Hold on 1 second. We might have to stop recording here. I thought we had Jesse Mullin, the skateboarder, on the show. What the hell's going on?
I believed you for a second.
Jesse Mullin, the pizza man.
Oh my God! I got 3 questions in here about skateboarding. Are you kidding me? I'm just kidding. All right, it's Manolis, it's your turn on this Friday at 4:20. Jesse Mullin, our very special guest, the first person to publicly come out and say that he's a fan of the show, so he gets to be on the show. That's how it works here at Friday at 4:20. Here's the question, boys. You need chicken. I'm dying for some chicken. Where are you going? Where are you going, Manolis? You need chicken, and you need it now. Where are you going?
I'm gonna say KFC.
KFC. Yes.
Yeah, but I want to get in a time machine and go back to 1980 when it was still that proper grease that can give you a heart attack. You know, you ate
the real deal.
Yeah, you take a bite and you feel like you're having an orgasm, and with the greasy fries that had the squiggle lines in it, and the
Grecian bread. They used to call it like Grecian bread, right?
Yeah,
and
it was a bread full, a loaf of butter.
Yeah,
you know
I swear to God, they used to soak that in the chicken fat. That was the best bread there ever was.
Yeah. That's it. I love it.
KFC. Patrick Coppolino, you need chicken? You need it now? Where are you going?
You know what? I've had Popeye's chicken once, and I've been craving it ever since, and that was like 8 years ago. I just remember it being amazing, and then we didn't have one here in Hamilton. Now we have like 2, I think, and I still haven't gone. But
Popeyes is really good, man. And you know what I like about Popeyes is they give you a lot.
Yeah.
Like those are big chicken pieces. And I'll say this about KFC. I love KFC. I have KFC once every 2 weeks. It's actually on my calendar. That's how much I love that stuff. But the pieces keep getting smaller.
Yeah.
Mike, do you know the Jerry D story?
I don't know the Jerry D story.
Patrick, you tell him.
But it went viral. It was, Jared E. hosts the Family Feud, and then this one lady, it was like the game-winning question. All she had to do is get this question right. She wins $10,000 for her family, and it was, what is Popeye's favorite food? And she's like, without skipping a beat, goes, chicken. And everybody's face is like, oh my God. And then, because of that, Popeyes gave her, instead, because she lost $10,000 for being an idiot, they gave her $10,000 worth of Popeyes chicken.
That might be better than $10,000.
Yeah.
Jesse Mullin, I know you're a pizza guy. Obviously, pizza's your favorite. Doesn't make you crazy delivering it all the time. But tonight, you got to go out for chicken, my friend. Where are you going for chicken?
My favorite place for chicken wings. I love chicken wings, so I would go to Wild Wings. They're consistent. If I need chicken right now, no wait, Wendy's probably. Wendy's chicken strips are my favorite chicken.
Oh, really, eh? I don't think I've ever had Wendy's
They're
chicken
super
strips.
salty.
Are they?
You think they're too salty?
There's no such thing.
I like them. I'll eat them.
Patrick's like an 80-year-old woman all of a sudden.
There's too much salt on here.
Too much salt. I can't eat it. Oh, my eyes hurt.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
I've got
I'll
hypertension.
eat the whole container of them. There's just a lot of salt in them.
All right, go talk to your nurse.
Jesse brought up an interesting point because we didn't differentiate between what kind of chicken. He brought up wings. Wild Wing is good. That's Jesse's pick. Do you guys have a favorite wing place? Because I was always partial to Rockets.
Patrick?
I loved Red Rockets too, but I mean, Anchor Bar and Levity Comedy Club and Lounge has the best wings.
Woo!
Get the honey
Commercial
hot.
number 2.
They're honestly really good. We have people that come back just for the chicken wings and then they stay for comedy, I guess.
You know what? Here's the funny thing, though. Well, I went to Anchor Bar. I forget when this was, but I went there and I had a meal.
Mm-hmm.
And the pizza. You guys, that Anchor Bar makes awesome pizza.
Yeah, it's all homemade pizza. They have a wood fire oven. It's awesome.
Not to take away from where Jesse works, but
Who's that one cook that works there? I can't believe I can't think of his name right now. What?
Sean?
Don?
Sean,
yeah. The one that hangs out at plays pool all the time.
Yeah. Sean.
Yeah.
we're talking about the cooks at Anchor Bar. Okay, that was not on the topic list.
He's a great cook.
Where are you going for wings, Manolis?
Anchor Bar.
Okay, there you go. All right. That's enough. See, the way it works, Jesse, is that I let Patrick plug Levity Comedy Club once per show. But if he can find a way to sneak it into an answer, then he gets the freebie, right? So that's all you saw there was just Patrick going for broke and Manoli backing him up because he's like inhaling. I think Manolis is...
I'm dying, dude.
I am so sorry that you're in rough shape here. All right, it's this question's for Manolis, and this is a Manolis question. So when I think the questions up, I like to think questions that our guests might like. Again, we'll skip the skateboarding questions. And I think about questions Patrick might be able to answer with something more than a yes or no. And then I think of a Manolis question. Every show has one Manolis question. This is it. Manolis, when wearing a thong, do you feel uncomfortable or do you like wedgies?
You know what? I didn't like it when I first tried it for a while, and then someone told me that I was wearing it backwards. So I think that's why it was like I had a camel like. Anyways, yeah, it was very.
Toe. Really?
No. I haven't tried it. I haven't tried a thong yet, but I would do it. But my biggest fear is
you've tried one on.
Well, I've done things where it's like a camel, like it's like a thong, but it's without the material. If that makes sense. I've had a girl try to.
No.
You know?
No. Now he's making gestures. That's great for the radio, by the way. Thanks.
And I'd be like, whoa. It's like she's like trying to put a thong on me out of nowhere. I'm like, what are you doing, lady? We just met. But
and she's like, Manoli, I gave birth to you.
I'm like, okay, mom.
Coppolino, have you ever worn a thong?
Well, see, you started this with it's a Manolis question. I'm starting to think this is a Mike for later question. So my answer is no, Mike.
Yes, everybody's tried one on once. That would be my point.
So you have. We've learned that.
I put my underwear up my butt for a joke for a minute, but that doesn't really count. You're talking about a real thong, right? Where do you have one, Mike? You have a
I got it at Value Village.
Oh my God! This is
No.
why you're always so happy. You were always wearing thongs. I
Makes me feel
know it.
It makes me feel sexy, Manolis.
You were always sexy, Mike. You don't need it.
Jesse
Come back.
Mullin, I am going to give you the option of either A, answering, or B, taking the fifth.
No, I've got a thong upstairs for sure.
Hey, that's why we love Jesse.
It doesn't feel like a wedgie. It's not the same.
It's not, no,
Yeah.
because they have more give than a wedgie.
Yeah. And they cup everything just so nice. It's a good cup.
I'm telling you, you look phenomenal from the front. I don't know about the rear. All right, let's move on. This is Friday at 4:20. Manolis is slowly dying in his parents' basement.
I feel like I'm gonna puke. God.
Patrick Coppolino and Jesse Mullin, our very special guest today, a fan of the show. He got to be on it. He got to meet his heroes.
I'm sorry.
That was just mean. I'm sorry, Jesse. That was mean.
That's all right.
Jesse Mullin, this question's for you. Do you think, and this, I want I want you to really think about it and then give me an honest answer.
Of course.
Would you make a good spy? Do you think you would make a good spy?
Think so?
Yeah, you think you could do that?
I think so. As long as I didn't have to kill anybody.
No. This is just slipping in and out, kind of going unnoticed, kind of being able to.
It's in the Americas, I think I'd be okay. Because I can't do foreign accents would be out. I don't know other languages. But for the most part, it's just lying. I think I could lie pretty well. Or acting. Right?
Yes, it's acting. It's only lying when it's your wife. Okay. Manoli, do you think you could make a good spy?
Dude, I've been looking at girls' boobs for years without them realizing it. I'd be the best spy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, yeah, like, you know, you take a quick glance, you go back to their eyes, like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
That is such an interesting thing you just said. You don't hear nothing, and you just look at, you let your eyes like, yeah, I totally, and if I'd want to be a spy because maybe you get to like murder someone, and then you wouldn't go to jail for it, right? Because you're a spy. Spies don't go to
Manolis, I think you meant like a military spy, like James Bond. Not would you be good at spying on people, like your neighbor.
I'm not looking at my neighbor's boobs. What are you talking about? But I'm talking about but spy in general. What do you want? You want me to be a military spy? Yeah, there's boobs in that world too. I'll look at all the boobs. I don't care.
Oh, these guys.
I could be a spy. I want to be a spy. I want to go to Russia like that guy from the dating game and just like go kill people on the weekend. That'd be amazing. Mike, tell me, you ever like get in a fight and afterwards you feel like $1 million because you got some aggression out? Imagine murder. Imagine you go away for a weekend and you off a couple people and you don't have to deal with feeling guilt because, hey, this is my job. I had to kill that guy. He was going to nuke Canada. What do you want me to do?
You're killing evil people, right? I mean, you're going like full cartoon spy here, right?
I'm full on Dexter, dude. I'm just like you have to. I have to be able. Hey, anything you could do in this world, you have to justify it.
I love the fact, Manolis, that you chalked up being a spy to being able to sneak a peek at a woman's breast. I think that's fantastic.
Well, I don't want. I don't want them to kill me.
Yeah, but you're not as good at hiding it as you think you are.
Oh no, I was thinking the same thing,
Yeah.
Patrick.
I don't take my pants off anymore, Patrick.
Yeah, but you're not like sly about it. Everybody knows.
Because you're watching me because you think it's funny. Because I do when I'm with Pat and I see a hot chick, I'll do this. It's bad, Mike. It's bad, but I'll do this. I'll go. I'll groan like I'm a kid. I groan like a caveman. I don't know. I think I'm looking at. Anyways, yeah. It's
Patrick Coppolino, would you make a good spy?
I don't know. I'd like to think I would, but part of the reason why I think I wouldn't be is because I've been asked on numerous occasions if I'm like a PI or if I'm like an undercover cop.
Really?
But I'm probably not good at it if I'm not one and people think I am. So
You're really noticeable.
if I was, then I don't know. But yeah, there's been multiple times where people have asked me that. It's very strange.
Yeah, you're hanging out with people that are partying and they're paranoid. That's why, Patrick. And you're so quiet. You're dead inside.
Well, that's
Yeah.
and that's the part, right? That's the part that works though, because he's
Yeah.
quiet.
And I
Because you're
observe.
still a quiet guy. You're an observer.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you would make a good spot.
Yes. This is all a ruse.
When I
I'm
first
not
started
even in
hanging out with
Canada right now.
Patrick, when I first started hanging out with Patrick, people would always eventually that would say like, "What's up with the guy?" Because he was so quiet. I'm like, "Don't worry." I literally, all the
Is he a
time I go,
narc?
"Yeah," I go, "Don't worry, he's fine. He's fine. Don't worry."
Don't worry. He's quiet.
What's up with that guy?
All right, Patrick Coppolino, how much time we got? Oh, we got time for maybe one more. Oh, here we go. Nice, easy food question. Love the food questions. Nothing embarrassing about this. No one's wearing wedgies or thongs. Patrick Coppolino, best potato chip. I want flavor and I want brand.
I'm a big fan of Miss Vicky's right now.
Ooh, any
And,
particular? They have
even-
several flavors.
Yeah, honestly, the original Miss Vicky's is really good.
So that's a pretty good.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good potato chip, man. How about you, Manoli?
You know what? I like regular chips mostly, like Ruffles with some dip. That's cool, but
At school?
nothing- no. What
That's
did I
cool.
say?
Oh,
What did
cool.
I say? I'm dying.
That's
Patrick. What did I
cool.
say? That's cool. With some dip. Stop it. Listen, we're trying to get through this. I'm not
usually
a good
share
person. I
some
never
chips
said
and
I
dip
was.
with my girlfriend at school.
At school. I said that's anyways. I like some Doritos, man. When you're really high
Doritos are good.
or drunk and you're like, and there's no food around, but there's a bag of Doritos. It
Cool
almost
Ranch.
Cool Ranch. Yeah, it almost passes like a meal. Almost. Put some bread, get some bread, and put that in between. You're set. You could live a week off that.
Jesse Mullin, our very special guest, best potato chip. Final word to you, Jesse.
Personally, I like spicy things. So hot chips. Hot is the flavor from Uncle Ray's. Do you guys have Uncle Ray's anywhere?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Do
They're
we?
like they're like a cheapy brand.
Yeah, they're like Old Dutch almost.
But are they? Is it like barbecued flavor, or is it just called hot, or
It's hot.
just
It
hot?
tastes like hot. Yeah.
Wow.
They're
Okay.
good.
Hot potato chips from Uncle Ray's. That's Jesse's plug. And if anyone from Uncle Ray's is listening, if you could send some bags to Jesse, because he's doing this out of the goodness of his heart, that'd be fantastic. Jesse Mullin, once again, thank you so much for joining us. I mean, that's how fast it goes by. It's flown by here with you. Do you have any? Can people follow you on social media? Do you do any stuff on social media? Do you cause any trouble there?
I do with my wife. Yeah. So my wife, I mentioned,
Pizza.
she's the breadwinner. She sells makeup, Amanda Booth, and she sells it all online on Facebook. So you search Amanda Booth if you want to get some beautiful lashes. You can tune in on Sundays, and most Sundays she does my makeup. And it's
Really?
entirely demasculating. Yeah, people love it. Yeah, it's fantastic.
So we go on Facebook, we look up Amanda Booth. She's got her own, like she sells makeup there. If there's a guy listening who wants to get makeup for his gal or something, she'd be able to hook him up.
Yeah.
Well, then we would encourage people to please check out Amanda Booth on Facebook, and on Sundays she does Jesse's makeup while he's wearing a thong.
You never know. I'd never tell.
We'd never tell either, brother. Jesse, thank you so much for being here with us today. Manolis, what do you got to say, buddy?
I just want to thank Jesse for being our Patreon member and supporting us and listening to us and caring. It's amazing to me to know that someone cares. So thank you so much, dude.
He's like, oh God, they are as sad as they sound on the radio.
I know now you're in it, dude. You're one of us.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
That's okay.
Yeah.
You're real people. That's fine.
Listen, as soon as they let us back in the studio here, we'll have you back on the show and let you come in and do a studio visit, and we'll hang out with you, man, because we really appreciate your support. And everyone who's listening who supports the show, because we love doing this show. but there's no point in doing it unless people are listening and enjoying it. So thank you, Jesse. Patrick Coppolino, what do you got one last plug because it's a big deal. Levity's reopening.
Yeah, Levity Comedy Club is reopening August 21st and 22nd. I'm going to be on the show. Manolis is going to be on the show. Actually, both nights, Friday and Saturday. We don't have the final lineups yet, but it's just going to be there's going to be a different show both nights, featuring all the top Hamilton and surrounding area comedians who are all kindly donating their time to help support the club and celebrate the first weekend. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Tickets are available for that, and we have shows booked until I think the end of September at levitycomedyclub.com. So get your tickets.
Go to the website, buy the tickets.
Yeah, and we only have 12 seats per show, so get them in advance.
How many?
12 seats of 4, like 12 tables of 4.
Oh, wow.
You have to buy it. You have to buy a table.
You have to buy a table of 4,
Okay.
yeah, not
So
12 seats, 12 tables of 4.
Okay.
Because
12 groups of 4 is all we can handle each night. We'd love to sell it out Friday and Saturday, August 21st, 22nd. Please get out. Support local comedy in the Hamilton area. That's what Funny 820, that's why we do this show here at Funny 820, to support our local comedians, and we would love it if you would do the same. And no one has shown more support for them than Jesse Mullin. Give it up for Jesse, everybody.
Yeah,
Thank you,
Jesse, you're the best, buddy.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Thank you, boys, and thank you to all of those listening on Funny 820. We really appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out with us on this edition of Friday at 420. And until we get a chance to talk to you again, as always, have an awesome weekend!